Christian Prince.
Yes, my friend.
Hello. This is Joseph Golden, Christian, and I left Islam. I converted to Islam. I have a YouTube channel. Finally got to speak to you. I've watched some of your content for a long time, and thank you to your work and others like David Wood. I did the research for myself, what you say in the Hadith. Although you have an advantage, you speak full Arabic to me than me. It was absolutely fantastic, and I left Islam. I embraced the Lord Jesus Christ, and I pray that other Muslims listen to what you would say and absolutely believe it as well, and look it up in their own books. I own the Hadith as well, so I just wanted to give you a quick call and encourage you and say God bless you for what you do.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit, as long now Muslims calling. I mean, why you decide to leave Islam? What happened?
So, I think it was many things. I started to realize that when I was in the masjid and conversations after the khutbah or whatever it was that day were happening about Muhammad, they would read from a series of hadith. And I found these hadith very disturbing because I had converted to Islam. I had not grown up in the religion. And I found that often when Muhammad is portrayed in many of the hadiths, I found that I wouldn't do half of the stuff that he did myself. You know, the marriage to Aisha was disturbing, but by no means was that the most disturbing thing. Some of the gross things as well, like Aisha washing stains off Muhammad's clothes, and just some of the weird stuff. I started to think, wow, the violence in Islam, and how at the time, this is just, I converted 14 years ago, say, before the Islamic State and the Levant and all of that.
How old you were when you converted to Islam?
18. I was 18.
Yeah, that's what happened. They target young ones. They fool them.
Yeah.
But can you start from the beginning, as long as we don't have any Abdul to challenge us? Can you tell me how they converted you to Islam?
Yeah. So I had met someone I worked with who was a surgeon, and I worked in the tools and instruments that provided instruments for surgery. And I began a friendship, and he had started to talk about Muhammad, and I'd been to university and, I knew a tiny bit about Islam, but not that much. And he had told me how Muhammad was foretold in the Bible, and he would give me verses like Deuteronomy 18, the very Zakir Naik type arguments. But at the time, it was, I didn't know my Bible extremely well, so it was enough to start to get me to think about it. He invited me to the mosque, and he really ramped up the efforts, him and other Muslims at the time. And I was looking for something in my life. You've got to understand, people who convert to Islam are looking for something in all the wrong places. I had an extremely bad relationship. I hated women in effect, and I saw that in Islam the brothers would say in the masjid, in Islam we can have 4 wives, and that's not why I converted, but it was definitely this the overriding factor that in Islam men are dominant and women are meek and mild and they serve men. It was kind of, I was lulled into it, and I really fell for it, to see that Islam had this pure book in Arabic that had never been tampered with, never been changed. It was a whole host of stories and things that they did that got me thinking, wow, everyone's a brother, everyone's an Aki, you're a brother in the deen together. You stand in line together and pray. There's no king, the king has to stand in line. It's sold as a package, and I really liked that at the time, being 18 years old and thinking probably with the different parts of myself. And Muhammad sounded great. Muhammad sounded like a mercy to mankind.
How
You
he
know,
sounded like this? How he sounded like this for you?
they used to give hadith like
Hmm.
how Muhammad would feed water to a dog, and even though he's afraid of dogs, or
But Muhammad, he ordered to kill the dogs. Guys, imagine, Muhammad, he said, if a woman, she gave water to the dog, she'll go to heaven. But he is the one who ordered to kill the dogs.
Yeah. Very, yeah. You know the type of hadith that they give to make Muhammad seem almost like an angel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they really change who he is as a person. And what I've grown to believe is that actually they believe it. They believe it, and they make others believe it as well. They don't read Muhammad from what's in the pages of their own books. So I went and I met a Muslim girl, and we were very, very quickly put together to cement her. She was another convert, and I'm English, so she's another English convert. So they put us together thinking that we're going to have white Muslim children. You know, they have this dream, in the UK at least, that they're going to convert everyone to Al-Islam. They're going to convert everyone, and eventually Sharia will be the dominant force, the dominant political force in the country. And they start with winning people's minds and getting them in the faith. That girl now, she wears a niqab. Her mother speaks to me, but she doesn't speak to her own daughter, because her daughter nearly joined ISIS. Mm-hmm. You know, I know people who I would speak to back in the day before ISIS was a big thing, that have gone to fight for the regime. You know, so you tell me, is Islam peaceful? Well, why is it that everything, quite early on, your salvation is based entirely, the best salvation you can get is to die as a jihad. That's the only way that your sins will be taken care of, you know, is martyrdom. I think I became disillusioned, you know, after so many years, to try and find this Muhammad that just did not exist. He's just not there. You want Muhammad to be like Jesus, and that's what Muslims think. He is like Jesus, but he's absolutely not a speck on his sandal. And I came to say that I know the true and living Christ. You know, it took a long journey to get there, but yeah, I just became disillusioned. But the one thing that I'm sure of is Muslims believe what they say about Muhammad, and it's up to people like yourself and others now on YouTube doing this fantastic work to get them to see that it's not true. It's just simply not true, and to stop lying to themselves and see what's in the hadith. You know, you speak Arabic, and I've seen Muslims themselves argue about the way you pronounce something. It's a tiny mispronunciation, because they can't argue with what you bring, which is the truth about Muhammad. I learned that early on. I used to read the hadith, and my wife is a born Muslim. We had an Islamic marriage. You know, we were married Islamically and all of that business. And she's born into the religion. And when she used to kind of look at my study notes, she started to see some weird stuff that I wrote down, saying Muhammad Zainab, the issue of Zainab. He looked at her and he was lustful after her. In fact, I was debating one the other day. What was the guy? Honey, where the honey issue. I forgot it now. He looked at Zainab and thought, oh, you know, she's quite nice. And a verse in the Quran comes down that gives him the justification for having Zainab as his wife. And Muslims will flat out deny that that's the reason that verse is in the Quran. And I always ask, well, what is the reason for that being in there, so that you know that if you ever get into a situation where you fancy your adopted son's wife, that you know it's halal for you to marry her? That's the only reason that God, in his divine word, gave that verse. He could have said any other thing like, don't kill each other, don't harm each other, you know, don't rob from people. But he decided to say, don't marry your adopted son's wife if you fancy her.
Yeah, actually, like even the tafsir says it clearly that when Muhammad he went to his own son house, he flirted with the wife. He flirted with her while she is married in the house of the husband. He went to, you know, look at this filthy man. He been given permission because he is the father to enter into a house because he is the father, correct?
Yeah.
So it is not lawful for a Muslim to enter a house when the husband is not there. Muhammad, what he did, he took advantage. And look at the double standard of this filthy man. He claimed that Allah, he told him it's not right to adopt. So all this time, Allah could not make a verse to say it's not right to adopt until he wanted to have sex with this woman. You know? And how many, I mean, and why even, like, you have many wives, why you want to have sex with this woman specifically? Why Allah want to give her to you? I mean, don't you have enough?
What that the hadith says that she was a beautiful woman.
Exactly.
You know, and even says, oh, you know, marry her, I'll give it to you. You know, and Muslims will say, see how gentle Muhammad was. He said, keep your wife, keep your wife. You know, like it's some generous thing to do when he...
No, but here the hypocrisy, because how you say to him, keep your wife, because Allah saying to him, you see, suppose the verse in the Quran say clearly, Allah saying to him, why you say to him, keep your wife, when Allah told you that she is yours? So imagine, instead of Allah rebuking him, saying, shame on you, that you are a hypocrite. In the house of the man, you just flirt with the wife, and now you are saying to him, keep your wife? Which one is you? The one who want her, or the one who is saying keep? So the liar is claiming that nothing happened, that he did not go to the house, flirt with the wife, and the wife, she told him, she knew. But he want to look like he is a good guy. Keep your wife, man. Keep your wife. But the filthy man, he just came from the house of the guy. And actually, this guy, he never asked to divorce his wife until his wife, she told him that your father was here and he flirted with me. And even the tafsir says, فَفَطِنَ Zayd, which means Zayd, it's like in Arabic we say فَفَطِنَ, which means like he got it, you know, he got it, like suddenly, oh, bong. This guy, he want my wife. So he went there and he said to him, oh, please allow me to divorce her. And here you notice, a Muslim man, he do not need a permission from the Prophet to divorce his wife, correct?
Correct.
So why he is going to Muhammad asking for permission? Because Muhammad is still his father.
Yeah.
Correct?
Well, absolutely. He knows that Muhammad, when the Prophet of Islam wants something, he's going to get it, and he's wanting to please his father.
Exactly.
Muhammad caused the divorce. You know, it's there, and the issue that I was talking about with a Muslim the other day is when Muhammad was sleeping with Mary the Copt and in Hafsa's bed. He gave me a hadith that he said, oh, this is from Aisha, which said, the Quran, I'm sure it's Quran 61 or 60, I've not got the verse off the top of my head. He said, where it says about pleasing his wife, you seek to please your wife, you know. He gives this hadith where it says, oh...
Yeah, chapter of At-Tahrim.
I've not got the verse to hand.
Verse number 1.
So he says, oh, you know, seek to please your wife. And the hadith that he gave was saying, Aisha says it was about honey. And I gave many of the hadith and evidence saying it's not about honey. This is about Muhammad sleeping with Mary the Copt in Hafsa's bed. Exactly. You know the verse that I'm talking about and the hadith that I'm referencing. Not very well, but I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah, this is in their books. This is what their books saying, not us. We were not there. The only information we have about Muhammad is what Muslim says about Muhammad. And the second you quote for them what they themselves say about Muhammad, they refuse it.
They pick and choose which ones they want, which is why I
my friend, okay, so you decide to leave Islam by yourself or somebody help you? to understand
no, I
that this?
I did it by myself.
Okay, good. So what about your wife now?
Wife,
Your wife, you said she is born as a Muslim, and
now she gave her life to the Lord Jesus,
amen to
and
that.
we both
Wonderful.
are Christians. So yeah, it was a long road to kind of seeing the disillusionment with Muhammad, and seeing as well that many Muslims are actually sad. They're very, very sad. They have this Islam that's meant to be from heaven and perfect. It's, today your religion has been perfected for you, but really the religion is so far from perfect. It's obliterated the word perfect. It's not. It's horrible. And they're sad. And I used to see this in the mosque. Apart from, say, the jihadis that you used to get in the mosque, and every mosque has them, by the way, especially here in the UK, the terrorist sympathizers that want to establish Sharia because, they're a bit crazy like that. You have a lot of people that are disillusioned with Islam, and they're leaving in droves. It's weird. In the masjid, you used to try and find out how much the other Muslim believed what they were saying, and it was almost a competition to see who believed what they were saying, and many don't.
My friend,
from the UK,
people asking me,
my
friend, people asking me for your channel. So if you don't mind, when you finish, if you can post your name, I know you cannot post a link, but you can show us your name in YouTube so people can click and subscribe to your channel. Because there's many they like to subscribe to your channel, maybe, if you don't mind.
I just wanted to, thank you and say your work and what you're doing online is fantastic. I've seen, I just for a joke, me and my wife put on Fadi Responds, and we just sit there and have a chuckle at it, because it really is laughable, the fact that they can't deal with any of the real claims. And I used to go to the scholars, Sheikh Ijaz and other sheikhs, and ask them the questions that, I would say find in the books, and I'd say, why is this in the Quran? Why is this there? They had no answers, and in fact they used to try and change the question that I had asked them, and then say that they'd answered it. And I thought, wow, even the scholars know it, but they just don't want to tell the people it. And they're the gatekeepers. They're the gatekeepers, because a Muslim will say, when he has questions, he will say to you, go to the scholars, and you go to the scholars, and the scholars have no answers, and they can't keep people from leaving Islam. Praise God. And I hope we as Christians are willing to have them, because I come to realize how much I needed Jesus, and how much Jesus is the only one that can save, the only one that could ever save. My channel is just my name, Joseph, and then Joseph Coldon, which is Coldon.
Okay.
So check that out.
If you can, just after you finish, just say hello. This is in the chat, and then they can click at your name and they can subscribe to your channel. Well, my friend, thank you very much for having you. I'm happy that you left Islam. I'm happy for our sister in Christ, your wife. I pray that the Lord will bless you and bless your family and protect you. And sometime the devil, he think he hunted one of our kids, but our kid, he went there, and now he's hunting the devil. And not only that, he is saving from the house of the devil many, as would happen to your wife. So let us use your experience. So young people at the age of 18, like when you were 18 yourself, they will not be hunted by the trap of the garbage of Muhammad, for this is a trap of the devil. So you need to help them, and you need to use and warn people about how they try to fool you, like they use videos about science, as we are showing, etc. But Islam is far away from science. Islam far away from dignity. Islam far away from peace. Islam far away from anything they claim. Actually, here we go. My Skype is open.
They use the science argument. I'll leave with the fact that they used to give me the books. I've kept every single one of them in my cupboard. I've got all of the books that I was given over the years. I've bought, just so that I can pull them out and say to people, this is what their books say, this is what they've tried to use, and this is how false it is, and how when they say science the sperm is between this and or the world was round and things like that. It's garbage. It is absolute garbage. It's a fraud.
The fact the Quran says clearly the earth is a flat. The earth is a flat, and Muhammad, he made it clear that the sperm stay alive for 40 nights, 40 days, and I can show it right now. You know, we don't make things up. You see, they make things up, and they are, because they are following the devil. We don't.
Yeah.
Here we go, it's in front of us. He says that you are gathered inside your mother as a semen, excuse me, for 40 days. As a semen for 40 days. And then another 40 days for the same period as a piece of blood. And then for other, you know, Muslim, do you see it? This is your Muslim translation, this is not mine. The creation of any one of you is this, that semen is collected in the womb of the mother for 40 nights. So let me introduce myself. I'm a Christian prince, and I was doing a tourist in my mother womb for 40 nights, watching TV and Amazon Prime. Because it was Corona time. I could not get out. What I can do? And I was a semen at that time. 40 nights. I mean, who in the world want to believe in such a garbage? And if you say to them, do you agree with this? You say, no, brother, this is a weak hadith, but this is Sahih. This is Sahih Muslim. You know? So
they tried it all, and I'll let you continue your live stream, but be encouraged that the work that you're doing is great, and people are seeing the disillusionment with Islam, and they need to look closer at Christ and see the truth that only He is. All right, brother, I'm gonna go.
Okay, thank you, my friend.
God bless.
Take care. Bye bye.
God bless.
Bye bye. This is a great example how your son can be a victim of this cult. This is why you need to let your children learn. Don't just take your knowledge from here and just keep it for yourself. You need to share it with your family, so they will not fool you. This person is a victim of the society, by the way, because the society did not provide him education about this cult. So he go to work, he go to school, he go to street, and then he meet people who they start fooling him, and he don't know. I mean, how I can blame him? Hello? Ultimate, how are you?
No.
What no? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Ultimate, how are you?
Yeah, you see blah blahing, hanging up on people like a dummy?
Like what? What lie about what? How I know it's you before even I answer you? Do you know?
You don't know me.
What do you mean I don't know you?
I changed again an account. I called you from a different account, dummy.
Yeah, but I said Ultimate Fart before you speak.
Yeah, because I said hello.
No, before you speak, I said Ultimate Fart.
No, you're a liar.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to say to us?
So what was you saying about Ramadan and being the same month? You don't know about two different calendars, dummy? Do you know how many calendars in the world right now?
What calendar Allah accept?
You don't know the lunar. Allah accept both. You don't know that in Arabic.
Allah accept both calendars?
Allah is using both. Allah is using both in the Quran. You don't know that.
Oh no, I don't know that. Show me. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
Okay, go ahead.
Allah is using two counts of years in the Quran. Allah is saying Sana and Am.
Sana, what?
It's lunar.
What?
Listen to me. Let me speak.
I don't understand. Don't speak Arabic if you do not know Arabic. What you said?
Allah is when Allah say Arba'ina Sanatin, you say 40 years.
Say what? Say what? Arba'ina what?
Sanat.
Arba'ina sana. Okay.
When he say Arba'ina Aman, you say only again 40 years.
Okay.
No, Arba'ina Aman is 40 lunar years.
Okay.
Arba'ina Sanatim is 40 solar years. You don't know that.
Do you have a proof of that? That this is sana?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will prove it to you. If you let me speak, I will prove it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, how can Allah say Arba'inas? How can Allah use two words and you always say two different counts and you always say years? No, it's solar years and lunar years. I will prove it to you if you let me speak.
So sana is what?
I show you that you
so let us make it clear.
Arabic.
Let us make it clear. Sana is the lunar or it is the sun calendar?
Sanat is a solar.
It's a solar. Guys, be my witness. The word sana, it is solar. Okay.
Solar. Yes, I'll prove it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Right here. What?
Go ahead.
Hello?
What?
Yes. Sanat, Allah said, I believe it's chapter 10, verse 15, I believe. He said, I created the sun and the moon as the sun as a source of light and the moon as a light to count the time and to count the years. In chapter 18, verse I believe is 25, Allah said that the children stayed in the cave 300 solar years. They added 9. Allah is giving you the relationship between the solar and the lunar. 300 solar years equals to 309.
Where it says lunar, where it says solar there, where it says lunar, until now you gave me nothing. Where it says the word solar, how do you know?
I give you a verse, chapter 18, verse 25.
Chapter 18, verse 25. 18.
Yes.
Okay, let us open chapter 18, verse number 25.
Yes.
Okay. 18:25. Here we go. We will wait on the screen.
Yeah.
All right. 25.
Really?
Okay.
Allah said they stayed in there 300 years solar. He used sinina. That's the plural of sana, right? Right? Just confirm. He said they added 9. He never said 9 years. 9.
Is that in the Quran or is that in the Quran or in the translation?
Let me finish. You see what you do? Let me finish.
Okay.
He said they stayed in there 300 solar years. They added 9. He never said 9 solar or 9 lunar. You know why? Because he's giving us the relationship between the two. 300 solar years, it goes every year. Lunar, it's catching up on solar for 11 days. So if you go 300 solar years, you go in 309 lunar years. The lunar, meaning that they stay the same time.
Okay.
Just please.
Okay.
If you divide 309 by 300, you get 103. That's exactly when you divide 365 days by 354 days, which is the number of days on the lunar year, is 103. If you write down Sanat, write it down in Arabic, it's 115. You divide it by Am, it's 111. 115 by 111 in 103. You cannot grasp that.
What? If you divide Sanat what? So again, divide Sanat what? Divide it to what?
Write Sanat and put the value of Sanat. You know the value of the letters. Alif is 1. Mim is 30. Just go ahead and write Sanat and put the value of that. It's going to be 115. It's going to be Sin, right? Write it down and put the value. You're going to have 115 and write down Am, you're going to have 111. 115 by 111 is 103. That's the relationship between the solar and the lunar year. That's mathematic. You don't know that's another scientific miracle. Now let me give you. I got 1 million proof. I can prove it to you. Now go to verse 14, chapter 29.
Okay.
Go to verse 14, chapter 29.
And?
Yes. Allah is praying with you, dummies. In verse 14, chapter 29, Allah is saying, Noah stayed with them 1,000 years. He used now both. That's the only verse where the two met. He stayed in there 1,000 solar year minus 50 lunar years. That's the only time the two met in one verse.
Okay.
Now he's giving you another miracle, showing you that. Now, if you ask people, how many years Noah stayed in them with them? They said 950. No, you cannot deduct lunar of a solar. You're gonna have to convert either the solar into lunar or the lunar into solar. Now, if you convert that 1,000 into lunar, you're gonna times it 103. It's gonna be 1,030.
Okay.
Now, it's either you say 1,030 minus 50, or you're going to convert the lunar into sana. If you convert the 50 of lunar into sana, it's going to give you 48 point something, 48 solar years, 0.4 or 0.6.
Okay.
Now, then you're going to have to subtract 1,000 minus 48 point something. Now,
or something. Okay.
Another challenge.
Are you done?
Hold on. In the entire Quran, there's no plural of Am in the Quran of the lunar year. There's no plural of. It's only singular, and there are 7 times in the singular. Somebody's calling me. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead. Are you done?
Okay, that's good. Okay, no, I'm not done. There are 19 times. 19 times the word sanat in the entire Quran. 7 in the singular and 12 in the plural. I can give you every single one. 19 coming back. The 12 in the plural, that's the number of, Allah said that there are 12 months in a year. You know that verse. So, now if you take the 7 verses containing the 7 sanat,
Give me the link you are reading from, so everybody will laugh at you. Don't say I will not give
link. I swear.
No. You are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar. Okay. So let me ask you. Just wait. Just wait.
I swear to God.
Okay. You swear by your ass. I don't care. Let me ask you. Are you the one who discovered this? Are you the one who discovered this? Are you the one who discovered this?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I am not the one who discovered it.
So where you are getting from?
I am not.
So where you are getting it from?
Listen.
Rashad Khalifa. Are you getting it from Rashad Khalifa? Either you say, are you getting it from Rashad Khalifa? Are you getting it from Rashad Khalifa? Yes or no? No, it matter. Okay, it's my time to answer. Can I talk?
Asking me who discovered it.
Can I talk?
Stop being a coward.
Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If you open the Arabic dictionary, does it say what you are saying?
If you open the Arabic dictionary, it's going to show you that sanat is in feminine, just as shams is in feminine.
No. This is not the question. If we open the Arabic dictionary, if we open, don't make me lose my voice. Hold on. If we open the Arabic dictionary, are we going to find that sana is for the sun and am is for lunar? Yes or no?
Which is the solar year, is just as you see, like in French.
No. I want you to answer. If we open the Arabic dictionary.
You ask me a question. Let me tell you what you're going to find in the dictionary.
No. Okay. So tell me. Make it simple. Potato. Make it simple. Does the dictionary says that the word sana mean lunar or solar in Arabic? Yes or no?
I don't give a damn what the kid said. I'm telling you.
Faithy. There we go. Dictionary is in front of us. Son of Muta. And let me get you busted. You will not let me talk. The second we say what the dictionary say, he will not accept it because dictionary is going to show us what the Arabic say about this. The word sana and the word am is the same. There's no difference between them. And this potato is coward. If we go and see how many times Allah he says the word am, we will find it many times. As an example, he sent Noah to his people and he lived with them 1,000 years less 50 am. That means Allah is counting by the lunar here. You see, the second you say to me he is counting in one place in lunar or one place in solar, that means he is donkey. because that will make it wrong. And if you go to the translation, this is your edition, and you are the one who said, in there it doesn't say lunar or solar. This is the Muslims, they add as a fabrication. But as long as you mention this, let us read together. Hold on. Chapter 9, verse number 36, it says, and you are the one who mentioned this verse, so let us laugh at you. And the numbers of months with Allah is a 12 month, a year. Which month is Allah he is talking about? The lunar. Allah never uses the sun calculation. And this is here not a month. The word shahr is a word mean moon. Actually, you can go right now and search in Google and you will find that the word shahr mean moon. And this is Muhammad, he took it from the Jews. Give me a second. Just to show you that you are a certified donkey. We don't talk like you. We go and add, and Allah he says 300 years and they add 9. This is the age you eat it. This is he's saying they live in the cave, for 309. The 9 is not about lunar and the 300 years. We can read all the Islamic interpretation. None of them will agree with the stupidity you just mentioned. Read with me carefully. Another term for the moon, the word shahr, which is closer to the word Arab word shahr, meaning month. But this is why it is used in the Quran, because he is stealing it from the Hebrew. Shahr meaning evening. Another interesting. So this is the dictionary. So dictionary says clearly that the word shahr is a word used today as a word mean month, but the origin of it is a Hebrew word mean moon. This is why we see in the Quran it says that the year for Allah is a 12 moon, not month, the word shahr. How we can prove that the word moon means shahr? Even Islamic interpretation says so. You are a certified donkey. You are a certified donkey. Here we go. Let us see. When we read the verse, chapter 2, verse number 185, it says what? It says those who sighted the moon. You can change the translation to any translation you want. Famous one, stupid one, I don't care. We can get you busted wherever you go. What you are going to cite when you see Ramadan, the moon of Ramadan. Remember, we just showed you Allah saying, Allah for him the year is a 12 moon. This is the word shahr. And then it says, and whoever of you witness, you don't witness the shahr as a month, you witness the moon. Whoever of you sight the moon. If you change the translation, depending on the translator, you will see how the translation change. Every translation, he give you his own propaganda. And who is ever of you present, it doesn't say that. Let him fast the month, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say fast the month, it doesn't say the word month. It says whoever of you shahida, I cited. Let us see if we go and read the interpretation for the verses. Let us see. Read it. They ask you concerning the new moon. Say, they are time appointed for the benefit of man. For what? For everything you do. For fasting, for hajj, for everything. This is him calling again. Go.
Hello?
Yes. Are you a Muslim?
Are we in the ear?
Are you a Muslim, my friend?
Am I Muslim? Yes.
Okay, go ahead. What do you think? Your God Allah, he chose the lunar calendar or the sun calendar? Which one is the calendar of Islam?
No, I was saying, I didn't know what your topic was today. Someone just told me to call in.
No problem. Okay, I'm just learning from you. In Islam, which calendar Allah he chose, lunar or sun calendar?
I can't really hear you that well.
Why you don't hear me? Everybody hear me.
I just wanted to ask you a question.
Okay, you can ask me a question after we finish, please, because we have a topic. Call me just after 5 minutes. Okay, is that fair? Just 5 minutes.
It's kind of hard for me to hear what you're saying.
Okay, well, you cannot hear me anyway, so what I would do with you. Guys, do you see it? They're asking you concerning the new moon. Say, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّةِ. Ahilla is another name for the moon. And this is the shahr. Say, it is how Allah decide what time is. Who is saying that? Allah. There are times appointed for the benefit of the man, for the hajj, for the righteous, for the prayer. And you coward, you say to me, fabricating lies, saying, taken from Rashad Khalifa, your donkey. This is why you don't want to mention where you get it from. The guy who corrupted the Quran, saying to me, if you add, if you minus, etc., it says 3 plus 9 plus, it's donkey. It doesn't say that. We can open any Islamic interpretation, they would die laughing at you. And this is the Quran in front of your eyes saying that Allah, he only concerned the moon for timing and years. Do you see it? Does it say that, guys? Does it say it? Or I'm making things up? How Allah count time? Who is the one using the word timing? Is the year is timing? Yes. This is how we measure time. What Allah he used to measure time? The new moon. And this little donkey, he go and read an article written by Rashad Khalifa, and he try to read for us, and he says, I'm not reading. It's in the front of you. This is how Allah, he count the time. He have nothing except the lunar year. And he have never mentioned the word shahr as month. All the translation translate the word shahr as a word mean month. It's a lie. The word shahr mean moon. Don't ever try to play with me. You coward. Rashad Khalifa potato. All those numbers you gave me is fabricated. And if we go right now and we open the interpretation for the 300, the cave story, you will see that every Muslim is not saying what he's saying. And they say to you that the word year is different from the word sana. But look at the stupid. Allah speaking to who using the word sana? To the Jews. But the Jews, they consider the lunar calendar, you donkey. Allah said to the Jews, therefore, this holy land is forbidden for you for 40 sana. But the Jews don't take the sun. You said that the sana is for the sun calendar. Do you see how stupid you are? So Allah is saying to them, you don't go there for 40 sana, which is the sun calendar, but the Jews go by the lunar? This is how easy to destroy everything they fabricate. And the second we say, let us see the dictionary, or I don't give a damn. A Nigerian boy from Nigeria who do not know to say two words, like even the word sana, when you said to me, I was dying laughing. 40 سنة. So what? 40 سنة. This is a language. This is not a joke. And you can open right now the Hebrew dictionary and you will see that the word shahr is a moon. And this is a Hebrew word. This is why the Quran says, whoever of you witness the moon. How the Muslims they celebrate Ramadan? They witness it. They witness what? The moon. How you check the month of Ramadan? Moon. How Allah consider time? By the moon. How many months the year for Allah? 12 moon. The word shahr is a 12 moon. When there they say 12 month, this is not true translation. We showed you that the word shahr means moon. If we go to the verse speaking about Ramadan and we open any Islamic interpretation, you will see how easy we can get all those Abdul busted. Chapter 2, verse 185. Let us see if we can open the official Islamic website. Give me a second. Read carefully, guys. This is the Quran now, not the translation yet, not the explanation yet. So whoever of you cites, do you see what the Arabic word is saying there? Cite. But you cannot cite a month. You can cite an object. We cannot cite timing. Correct, guys? Do we cite timing? Can you cite an hour? No. Can you cite a day? No. Whoever of you cite what? The crescent moon. The word crescent moon here replace what? Replace the word shahr. This is shahr. The crescent moon. New moon. So new moon is a new month. Oh, there's no screen? Oh, hold on. It's my fault. Sorry. This is Ibn Kathir. This is Ibn Kathir. Let me show the whole website so they will not say. This is why this idiot, he say, I don't accept any of those, because they want to fabricate their own stories. This is Ibn Kathir and this is the Muslim website. I have nothing to do with it. Alright? QuranX.com. So what we cite, what the Quran saying? Whoever of you cite, this is what the Arabic saying. فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمْ الشَّهْرِ. Shahida. What shahida mean? Ibn Kathir saying cite. So whoever of you cite. Cite what? Ash-shahr. What Ibn Kathir says? What is ash-shahr? Cite the crescent moon. How clear we can make it? So when a Muslim he says something and all Muslim scholars say something else, you should know that this guy is just making up his own fraud. This person is a fraud, by the way. Literally. And the reason he will reject now Ibn Kathir, because Ibn Kathir got him busted. It's not the Christian Prince getting him busted now. It's Ibn Kathir. So what you will say? You will say Ibn Kathir is a donkey. Ibn Kathir is a liar. Right? That's what they will say. Whoever of you witnessed the beginning of the month? No, the beginning of the moon. Because you cannot witness the month. You cannot cite the month. It says shahida. Shahida is eye-sighting. And this is how the Muslims celebrate their occasions. And this is how they count their time. And the Quran confirmed that. They are asking you, what is the new moon for you? They ask you, what is the new moon? Why you are counting on the new moon? Who is talking? Supposedly Allah. Saying, say, there are time appointed for the benefit of the man, for the Hajj, for the prayer, for fasting, for traveling, for everything you do. If we open this chapter, chapter 2, verse number 189, what the interpretation will say? The same. Allah has made the crescent sign to mark fixed period of time for mankind. Hence, fast on seeing the crescent of Ramadan. Do you see it? Do you see it, Muslims? When we say something, we prove it. Not like you add and take minus and add, etc., and calculate, blah, 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 all this garbage. That is Islam. Allah never count timing except by the moon sighting. How you Muslims, you count the months? By witnessing the moon. This is Ultimate Fart again calling. Hey Ultimate, how are you?
Yeah, you're gonna keep on running like Howard?
Okay, did I show you the verse? Do you have an answer for the verse of Allah, or you?
You can't run away from me. You did it. You created Pal Talk and stuff like that. I can create 1 million accounts to call you.
Okay.
You're gonna be running like
Did you see the verse? Did you see Allah getting you busted when he's saying that Allah he count time only by the moon? Or you did not see that?
You can't. I even didn't realize that. I just watched it. You put the verse showing you that it says it shouldn't be saying that. It's why would it say in brackets solar or lunar? It shouldn't.
Where it says that? This is a translation. This is your translation. This is your fabrication. This is a Rashad Khalifa.
I understand. People try to help people understand.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So did Allah?
I'm just telling you.
Ultimate. Let us cut the crap. Did Allah say that Allah he count time only by the new moon? Yes or no?
Allah said by both.
No.
The time of pilgrimage.
No. Read the verse. Go ahead.
I will show you every proof you want.
Okay, no, read the verse. Read the verse.
If you ask me a question, you let me
read the verse.
See the verse.
No,
read the verse yourself. Tell me what verse you're reading.
Okay,
and
chapter 2, verse 189, and explain it to us. Go ahead.
Chapter 2, verse what?
189.
If they ask you about the phases of the moon, say they provide a timing device for the people. The translation.
What translation?
Read me your translation. I will go with you.
No. I am just asking you. What's wrong with you? Why you make things complicated? Why you make things complicated? What a translation you are reading?
Let me do Pictal. I read the Pictal. Let me read
Okay.
Pictal.
So I will switch to Pictal. Okay. Just to be sure. What's wrong with you, man? Take it easy.
Go ahead.
What?
Read any translation you want.
No, what translation you were reading right now? The translation you were reading. The translation you were reading right now. The translation you were reading right now. What the translation?
Read your translation, bro.
No, don't call me bro. I am not a bro. I am not your bro. Secondly, I'm asking you, why you are stupid? Don't make me hang up on you, donkey. Why you are a stupid donkey? Or what I said, what the translation you are reading? Why you don't say?
I say I'm reading a you know what translation I'm reading? I'm reading the translation of submission.org.
Submission.org. Okay, submission.org. Okay, hold on. Submission.org. Is that this is the translation of Rashad Khalifa?
Why you running away?
Is that the translation of Rashad? Is that the translation of? Is it the translation of Rashad Khalifa? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Is Rashad Khalifa, did he take verses from the Quran? Yes or no?
You said what?
Did he take verses off from the Quran? Yes or no?
He didn't take no verse in the Quran. The people who take the verse of the Quran are the one who said that that a goat ate a verse. 19 took. Yes, I'm an honest. I go by the Quran, by the word of Allah. Allah said that in the Quran, but that's not a debate here. That's not a debate here. The debate here is this.
Okay.
The debate here is about Sanat and Ram. It's about lunar and solar. If you want to debate on Rashad Khalifa, you invite me, you let me talk, and we talk about it.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, read for us Rashad Khalifa. Read for us Rashad Khalifa translation. Go ahead.
I just did.
What? Go ahead.
What was it? 2198, you said?
You don't know what I'm reading at all. Number 2, 189.
No lunar and solar here. It's just a translation. You said 298, wasn't it?
189. Take it easy. Relax.
Oh, 189. Okay, 189. They ask you about the phases of the moon. Say they provide a timing device for the people and determine the time of Hajj. It's not righteous to beat around the bushes. Righteousness is attained by upholding the commandment and by being straightforward. You shall observe Allah and that you may succeed. That's it. Now, you're telling me, I will pull you, it's not a lot of verses. Is used only 7 times in the Quran.
No, don't jump. What? Don't jump. So explain this verse for us. Explain this verse for us. I want you not to jump. You see, I gave you a verse to prove that you are wrong, and I want you to explain the verse for us. Okay, go ahead.
Speak.
Go ahead. I'm waiting. This is why I'm giving you this verse, not to read it only.
Allah is telling us.
Okay.
Allah is telling us in chapter, I think it's 10:15, why He created the sun and the moon. He said He created the sun and the moon for 2 reasons. For them to be lights and source of lights. But the second reason, for us to count the years. So both are being used to count the years. You cannot avoid that. So now, I'm going to tell you when Allah is using Sanat, the solar, and when He's using lunar. Find me one exception.
No, don't jump. So what Allah He used to count the time in the verse for the benefit of the mankind?
What was that?
What Allah He used to count time according to chapter 2 verse 189?
We're gonna count for everything for both, but there is some specific time. Why are you just reading for the Ram? Why are you reading it as a verse for the Sana?
Okay, well, if there is anywhere in the Quran it says that the word Sana mean like sun, and the word Am mean lunar,
somebody tell you,
or this is your fabrication?
Listen to me. Why would somebody tell you? If they tell you, I was born in 1969 and I'm so many years old, why would they tell you that I'm counting in solar if they already told you that they was born in 1969? You know already it's summer.
No, my friend.
You know it's
okay,
solar
did
years.
Allah say?
Now,
Did Allah say? Okay,
something.
Okay, my friend, just relax. You have to say, because now you are making up a story. I say to you, shut up. Don't make me hang up on you. Don't make me hang up. No, do you have a proof that Sana means solar? This is what I'm asking you. Do you have a proof?
I am. Let me. You cut me off.
No. Sana is an Arabic word. Does the dictionary say what you are saying, or you are fabricating a story? I said to you, can we see dictionary?
Your question was it Rashad Khalifa who did? No, that wasn't Rashad Khalifa. We didn't discover that.
It is Rashad Khalifa. What?
Yes, that was discovered way after Rashad. We are still discovering miracles till the
end of the day. I'm asking you, as long you discover it in Arabic, all the verses you quote for me have nothing to do with what you are saying. As an example, the chapter of the cave about the 300 years and 9 and add 9. He didn't say add 9 because of lunar, so he's saying 309. And we can open the interpretation. Okay,
now,
shall we open the shall we open the interpretation? Do you agree with the interpretation?
Please, no.
Why no? No, you have to tell me why no. Why? Okay, why don't?
If I go to your Bible, do I ask you if you need interpretation? No.
No, I accept the interpretation.
I don't ask you
No,
that.
I accept. No, I accept. Listen, potato. Listen, potato. Listen, potato. Listen, potato. Okay. Why the Arab? Also, potato. Don't force me to hang up on you, you son of Mut'a donkey. I cannot talk to this guy. You are a crazy maniac. When I say to you, let us read the scholars for those who speak Arabic, not you stupid Nigerian boy who don't know how to say 2 words in Arabic. And the second you refuse to accept all the biggest scholars of Islam, it is a clear sign that you are a fraud. Al-Rashid Khalifa, by the way, he claimed that he is a messenger of Allah too. And nobody accepts his interpretation, not a single Muslim except those who follow his cult. And you are not a Muslim. And there's fatwas made by the Muslims saying clearly those who follow Rashid Khalifa is not Muslims. And this is the reason you don't want to accept any interpretation for the Quran. And nowhere in the Quran it says that the word sana is about sun and the word am is about lunar. And the verses you gave me, nowhere it says 300 years plus 9 if it is lunar. It doesn't say that. And when I show you the verse here saying that Allah, they are asking you about concerning the new moon, why it is looking like this? You're a stupid God, he says, it looked like this so you can count time with it. And it doesn't say for Hajj only. It says in Arabic clearly, and you do not know Arabic, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَهِلَّ قُلْ هِيَ مَوَاقِيتٌ لِلنَّاسِ. It is a timing for people and for Hajj. It is not for Hajj. It is timing for people. And all the verses in the Quran, Allah speaking to the people about timing. Regardless he is saying the word year or am. Both they have the same meaning. So in order to fabricate, you come with your own answer, and the second we say, let us see what the scholars who speak Arabic very well say, you refuse because simply it doesn't match your lie.